So what I'm choosing now is in reference to one of my focus words right now, transparency and trust building. One thing I get a lot, I hear a lot from people either, well, let me just tell you what I get. What I get from people that I don't know, strangers, if I don't have my cane with me and I'm struggling through the grocery store, I get a lot of extremely angry soccer moms fast walking behind me as if me interrupting the speed of their texting is something that they need to go ahead and shoot more negativity at me, more disease at me, more dis-ease, by the way. And I mean that literally. It's painful. It's physically painful to me. Not everyone chooses to recognize that within themselves. But that's what it does. We should be nice to people. I've had really ugly notes left on my vehicle when I was when I was out in public. When I say out in public, usually that's limited to a grocery store, and I save up my energy for a long time to do that and come home, I need to have help unloading it. I need to have probably a week's more rest after the shopping trip, but then I have to somehow get it unloaded. I have to get it put away and organized. I have to then continue the rest of my day. When I say I have to, what I mean is I have to do that in order to keep the consequences on me at a minimum. I have to go. Have you ever seen that show Naked and Afraid? I had to be a little bit of a couch potato television, what are they called? I don't know, watching television after I first had my surgeries. And Naked and Afraid, I just absolutely got hooked on that show. And I remember this one episode where there were guys and there were girls together. Well, the girls realized they had X amount of days left and they needed to use the energy they had because they didn't have any food. They probably didn't have any water. I don't know. They're out there, they're naked and have to survive for a long time. That's the point. So the dude, because he has these skills, he chooses to use his energy exhibiting his skills and pronouncing himself in nature as man is here, me build 'em hut, and he chops down trees and all this stuff. He's exhausted. The girls are laying down in the hut, fanning flies. And if you look at their body language, they're on power save mode, like you do on your smartphone. They're not putting their energy toward the expressions on their body anymore. They've dropped that because it's no longer necessary. You talk about bonding, they're butt to the naked out in nature, and they don't have to let each other know, hey, I'm not mad at you, I'm just conserving my energy because I have to survive. I have to make it through alive at the end. They don't say those things anymore. So they lay there and they fan their flies. And I don't remember what their conversation was because I was thinking more about the energy level. And I do remember the man's conversation simply because it was so to myself. He was just mad. He wasn't just cutting trees, he was slamming, and he was failing because he didn't have enough energy to do it. But the whole time he's bitching because no one's helping him. Help you what? Help you go home? You want us to go home too because you have chosen to waste your resources. No, they didn't do that. Well, I'm glad they didn't do that because it's been something that I remind myself of and think about. You've seen in the background some of the clutter situation that I'm dealing with. It stresses me out so bad. That's what I tackle first every day. So you can see how many days I haven't gotten up and tackled it. The pacing thing right now is kind of what I have to do to keep I have arthritis, so my joints have to kind of wake up in the morning, and I've been outside doing a little stretching so that I could see my kids and hang out today and get warmed up. You know what? I think that's a rabbit I'm not going to chase right now because I feel the emotion train, and I'm going to choose the herbal tea train. And don't expect me to better edit any of these videos because I want them to be authentic. If they're a hot mess, I want you to know that, damn, I thought that girl was a perfectionist. I thought she was better than everyone and got everything right. So for her to be putting this unfinished work out, she must not be, one, she must not be who I thought she was, or two, well, let's just say, maybe I'm not who you thought I was. Peace, love, and magic. Have a great Saturday.